I was diagnosed about 16 years ago with a rare autoimmune disease. It's called primary biliary cholangitis. It's always been kind of out there that I would need a liver transplant, but going through the process and looking around at fellow patients really hit me hard. I was faced with the words hollowing through my head, it's going to get worse, and the amount of time I had left. If I only have 1 to 3 years on this universe, let's evaluate this. So we talked about the option of living donor.
For much of her life, her liver and cells were slowly attacking her own bile ducts to the point where she became cirrhotic. It's usually just controllable in terms of symptoms. It's never really curable, except with a transplant. I think it was only going to be a matter of time before, she decompensated to the point where she was no longer going to be a good candidate.
And as far as the kids, it's the hardest thing to do. All 3 of my children are amazing. They all offered. My middle son, Parker, was excluded due to blood type. And then it became time for either Aiden or my daughter, Kira.
When we discovered that I was a match, I was beyond excited. She's so important to me that it was just awesome. I want the next 30 years of my life with her. I want her to be able to see my kids grow up. I need her right now.
The day of the surgery was probably the hardest. I knew Aiden was going to be put in first, but he cried. So I jumped into Aiden's gurney and just sat there with him. I just wanted to be close and hold him. Tell him I loved him. And what do you say to a kid who's going to go into surgery for you to save his mom?
I always feel that as the Living Donor Liver Transplant team, we are just facilitating this gift of life from Aiden to his mom. And every time I see the both of them, intense satisfaction. And donors are amazing people because they are superheroes. Not everyone volunteers every day to go for major surgery to save someone else's life. But Aiden did it because he loved his mom.
I'm blessed to have 3 beautiful children that love me and a husband, an amazing support team, friends, family. That's what you need, I think, to get through it. And I wanted a team that had synergy together, and I really felt as though Dr. Simon and Dr. Chia had that. He's just amazing. For him to do what he did for me on so many levels is just incredible.
I did it because I love my mom. Short and simple, it's just she's always been there for me. She's given me so much, from taking me to hockey practices at 6 in the morning, to my lacrosse practices, to my tournaments. She's always been there for me. So it was nice to be able to do something back for her.
I'm just working hard to get to the point where I can return to work and get back on to living a normal, healthy life. That's my hope.